Welcome to this incredible journey into the world of coins where the smallest pieces of metal often carry the biggest surprises and treasures. Today we are going to talk about a coin that almost every American has seen held or spent without giving it a second thought, yet in rare cases it has stunned collectors and investors across the globe. The coin we are focusing on is the Liberty 1 cent 1989D from the United States of America, a humble penny at face value, but in its rarest form it is valued at more than $44 million in the collector's market today. Imagine a single cent that can buy luxury mansions, rare cars, or even entire businesses. That is the power and mystery behind the 1989D Lincoln cent. Let us begin by understanding what this coin is. The 1989 Lincoln cent, often called the Lincoln Memorial Penny, features on its obverse the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed originally in 1909 by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. His stern yet kind expression has been a constant reminder of unity, strength, and liberty. The reverse of the coin in 1989 still showed the famous Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. with its stately columns and the tiny but detailed statue of Lincoln inside, making this one of the few coins in the world where the same person appears on both sides. The mint mark D below the date shows that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most important production facilities in the country. The year 1989 was a significant time for the United States. It marked the last year of Ronald Reagan's presidency, the fall of the Berlin Wall, and a new era in global politics. In the midst of these events, billions of ordinary Lincoln cents were produced for everyday circulation. Most of them are still found in coin jars in circulation, or tucked away in drawers. These ordinary examples are worth only a cent. But history, rarity, and condition sometimes create a coin that transcends its humble purpose and becomes a legend. That is exactly what happened with the 1989D Lincoln cent. Why would a penny be worth millions? The answer lies in four words: condition, rarity, errors, and demand. First, condition. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 representing absolute perfection. Most coins lose their shine and pick up scratches and wear almost immediately when they enter circulation. But a few survive untouched, blazing with their original red copper luster, sharp details in Lincoln's hair and beard, and mirror-like fields that sparkle under light. These coins, graded in the highest mint state levels such as MS-67 or MS-68 red, are incredibly rare. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums for the privilege of owning one. Second, rarity. Even though billions of 1989D cents were made, very few exist in pristine condition, and even fewer show rare mint errors or unusual characteristics. For example, some 1989D cents are known to exhibit double die obverse, where the date or lettering shows clear doubling under magnification. Others may feature repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, or die cracks that create unusual raised lines on the coin's surface. These unique mistakes make each error coin essentially one of a kind, driving collectors into bidding wars to own them. Third, errors. Minting is a precise process, but mistakes still happen. A 1989D cent struck on the wrong planchet, such as one intended for a foreign coin or a dime, becomes instantly valuable. A coin struck off-center or with missing design elements becomes a rarity. One of the reasons some 1989D cents have sold for astonishing amounts is because of dramatic and unique minting errors that will never be repeated. Fourth, demand. The Lincoln cent is the longest-running coin design in American history and one of the most collected series in the world. Collectors from beginners to advanced professionals chase every variety, every year, every mint mark. When a spectacular example appears on the market, demand skyrockets and the price rises to levels that few could have imagined. Wealthy collectors with deep pockets compete fiercely for ownership, pushing values into the millions. This explains how a coin that started as 1 cent can rise to an estimated value of $44 million for the finest known examples. Think about the journey of such a coin. In 1989, the Denver Mint produced it with perfect dies, striking a flawless copper-plated zinc planchet. It shimmered with a fiery red glow, showing every detail with sharp clarity. Instead of entering circulation, it was carefully set aside, perhaps by a mint worker or a collector who noticed its perfection. For decades it remained untouched, preserved in its original brilliance, while millions of its brothers were scratched, worn, and forgotten. When it finally resurfaced in the hands of experts, it was certified as one of the finest known, setting records at auction and shocking the numismatic community with its immense value. The story of the 1989 cent is not only about money but about history. Coins are storytellers in metal, carrying the faces of leaders, the symbols of liberty, and the memory of eras long gone. This coin reminds us of the late Cold War period of Reagan's leadership, of America's resilience and transformation. To own such a coin is to own a piece of history that connects past and present. Collectors and enthusiasts often ask, how do I know if my 1989 cent is valuable? The answer lies in close examination. Look at the color. If it still shines with a bright red copper luster, it has potential. Look at the details. Is every line in Lincoln's hair sharp, every column of the memorial distinct? Look for unusual doubling in the letters, especially Liberty in God We Trust, and the date. Check the mint mark D carefully for signs of repunching. Examine the surfaces under a magnifier for cracks, dye, chips, or other anomalies. And most importantly, if you suspect you have something extraordinary, never clean the coin, as cleaning can destroy its value. Instead, place it in protective storage and consider professional grading. Auction houses across the world have witnessed ordinary-looking coins rise to extraordinary heights because of such qualities. For the 1989 Lincoln cent, the rarest and finest known pieces have shocked experts with their soaring prices. Stories of sales reaching tens of millions capture headlines, making this coin a legend not only in numismatics but also in popular culture. But the true beauty of the 1989 cent is that it still circulates in everyday life. Right now, in a pocket of change or in a jar in someone's home, a treasure might be waiting. That is what makes collecting so thrilling. The possibility that you might hold a life-changing fortune in your hands without even realizing it is a dream that keeps collectors searching, examining, and hoping. The Liberty 1 cent 1989 is a reminder that greatness often hides in the smallest places. It is a coin of history, of art, of value, and of wonder. From the face of Lincoln to the monument that bears his memory, from the Denver Mint to the world's greatest auction houses, from a single cent to $44 million, this coin's story is one of transformation and mystery. So the next time you pick up a penny, look closer. Because in that tiny circle of copper lies the possibility of a discovery that could change your life forever.